And another problem is this game was probably made for the PC, and you might as well buy it for the PC, but it's still good on Xbox. And I do find it intriguing. It got me interested. But as I said, it's not for everyone, so maybe it might be for you. As I said, consider it. Give it a go. Another game. Sure, there was another one. I think I might as well mention. I think might as well mention Gran Turismo. Once again, it's just Gran Turismo. I don't think it would need to be mentioned because it's Gran Turismo and that's really it. So I might recommend Castlevania Lords of Shadows, even though I don't like it, but maybe some other people may like it. I think there's two sides to the Castlevania fans with Lords of Shadow. They're gonna like it or they're gonna hate it. I have my own problems with that game. Like, I don't know why you have to restart back at the levels to gain the power ups. I would have preferred if you just continued on, find the power ups and such. But you could probably get this game really cheap. It actually became really cheap really quickly. It's probably on special offers and such. If you want another sort of God of War like game, but you don't want to buy Dante's Inferno because it's shit, then I would actually say, yeah, Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Give it a go. I'm not gonna guarantee that you like it, but hey, you know what? It's better than Dante's Inferno, at least. I call it better than Dante's Inferno. Dante's Inferno could go to bloody hell. Oh wait, it already has. I'm gonna burn that game one day. I don't think there's anything much else I could recommend. Maybe Blur, actually. I found it to be it's chaotic, but yeah, again, fun sort of shooter up racing game. Really odd, but I would say give it a look. I would play the multiplayer more because it's just chaotic and it gets really competitive, maybe a bit too chaotic. But the thing I would avoid is Split Second. Do not buy that game. It's not really that good, and it's shallow as hell. I haven't played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, but I heard it's not really that good. At least from the Hot Pursuit fans, don't like it. I think that's really about it. Actually, before I continue on, I just remembered two most disappointed games I forgot to put in. I'm actually gonna put in Alpha Protocol because this was the game I was looking forward to, but it was just so buggy as hell, and the story was not really that good, and it didn't work. It's not a working game, and I'm going to include Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I know some of you might be thinking, I know we're in the recommend what games you should consider. If you like Brotherhood, if you like Assassin's Creed 2, you might like Assassin's Creed 1, but Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, but this is why I'm also disappointed with this game. It shares the same flaws as Assassin's Creed 2, but made it worse. It's too fucking easy, and now it's been made even more easier. That's why I find it as a disappointment. Some things have improved, except for instead of giving you a small town to fit up, it's giving you an entire city to mend up. Why? I do not want to mend up the city. I do not want a bunch of money. I do not want this crap. But I'm not going to go on about that. As I said, be careful with Brotherhood. I think some of you might be disappointed with it because it didn't really improve itself. It's just basically Assassin's Creed 2.5 and it's a lot more easier. Which the game was already easy to begin with. That's really about it, I can say. Yeah, it is actually about it. So we'll move on to the games I've not mentioned, which you've probably wondering, why have you not mentioned this? So now at the moment you're thinking, Jeremy, what about Call of Duty Black Ops? What about Halo Reach? What about Dead Rising 2 and all that? What about Red Dead Redemption? Well, Call of Duty Black Ops, why should I mention it? Why should I talk about it? Because one, you've already got the game, and it's Call of Duty, and I really don't care about Call of Duty because it's Call of Duty. What else do I have to talk about apart from its multiplayer is still shit, but a little bit more improved than Modern Warfare? Oh dear God. At least the Harrier's gone, at least the nuclear explosion's gone. But the campers are still the big problem, and let me just say this, Nuketown, oh dear God. Why do the enemies respawn with you? Fucking piece of shit. I'm not going to talk about any more about that game, but there's no point talking about Black Ops. It's overrated, and I think this multiplayer is still slightly broken. You know, I still believe Call of Duty 4's multiplayer is the best, or Battlefield Bad Company 2. But of course, I usually do it down opinion. But Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, no. So far, I would play Black Ops multiplayer more than Call of Duty because Modern Warfare is because it's shit. Let's be fair. As in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer shit. And Reach. It's another Halo game. Do I have to say anything? Do I have to talk about it? No, not really. Nothing's been done with it. It's just Halo and that's it. It's just the same game. It doesn't really have to be mentioned. It doesn't have to be included. And whatsoever. And also, you're probably thinking, why have you not mentioned like Dead Rising 2? Well, once again, it's Dead Rising 2 and nothing's been changed again. It's the same game and I didn't really enjoy it that much. I thought it was not really that good, and some reason when the game came out, it was the year, some reason there was a bunch of zombie titles, like zombie games, and Red Dead Redemption had a zombie game, and there was zombie movies everywhere. I mean, what the fuck? Another reason why I didn't mention Mario Galaxy. Why should I mention Mario Galaxy 2? It's an expansion pack, and fucking full price for expansion pack? Fuck you. And not only that, it stagnates. It's a stagnating series anyway. It's been stagnating for a while. So, fuck Mario, I say. Red Dead Redemption. Why do I have to really mention that as well? Because you've all got it. It's a cowboy game. And you feel like a cowboy. But the only thing I don't really like about that game is... what's his name again? I keep forgetting this guy's name. Even though he says it every fucking time he introduces himself. And I dropped that. Great. What's his name again? John Marston. I can never remember that name. Okay. Why is John Marston a complete pussy in this game? I mean, he has a respect for women, but he meets with this Mexican general who rapes village women, and he does nothing about it. He turns a blind eye. I don't understand it. That's really my only problem with this game is, I have two problems. John Marston, he's a pussy, and he's not really a good cowboy. And at the ending of the game was poor. I mean, where was the redemption part? Also, I feel this game didn't have enough scenarios. I mean, not enough exciting scenarios, so I was slightly disappointed with that. Because I thought I'd be doing cowboy things like Clint Eastwood and whatever thing you could think of. But it's not bad. It's not a bad game. I mean, there's no point talking about it because everyone's got the fucking game. And oh yeah, BioShock 2. Why have I not mentioned this? Because I don't care for the Bioshock series whatsoever. This is what I don't get. Why is Bioshock a first-person shooter with RPG elements? Why is it not a survival horror? It makes sense to make it a survival horror, and it fits to be a survival horror, but it's not a survival horror. It's just first-person shooter, and it's... I don't really like its story. I'm not really intrigued by it. I don't really care for a steampunk underwater city story. You know, I kind of want System Shock 3, actually. Or this other Bioshock that's coming out, what's it called? Bioshock Infiltrate or something like that. That actually looks a lot better. Might have an interesting story as well. I hope. I also hope they fix that stupid ragdoll physics problem where they look stiff and look plasticky. I don't think there's any other games I want to mention. No, there isn't, so I'm just going to wrap this up with what I think of this year. So overall, what do I think about 2010? I thought it was a pretty okay year, but I felt there was a lot of disappointments. But yeah, again, I think 2009 had a lot of disappointments as well. But there was a lot of really... I think there was like three really, really bad games. There's maybe more really bad games, but they were probably more obscure and not got enough attention. I thought 2010 was okay, but it wasn't as exciting as 2009. I mean, there were so many games coming out, but I think the more exciting ones were coming out more near the summer and near the end of winter, or at least the beginning of winter, like Christmas and such. But also I think the beginning of the year was quite exciting as well for 2009. So that's 2010. It had a really large what's the best word to say? It had a really large patch of months where there was hardly any games coming out at all. And really, all the games we really want or we're interested in are coming out 2011 or 2012. And that's really bad. I would call this year okay, but not that great. Probably more disappointing than anything, really. And I've really got not much to say about it. I haven't bought much games because... I haven't bought every game because I was still working on my project. I had to buy a new recording equipment, and as I said, I'm working on this particular project, which is costing me a lot of money because I had to build something, which I'm not going to say yet. Once I'm done, I'll show you. But that's really about it. It's just an okay year of games, and that's it. Not a good high end to end, but that's how I feel. I felt 2009 was a lot better. It was more exciting, and that's really it. So, I hope you enjoyed this for whatever reason, and I hope 2011 will be more enjoyable. Actually, it kind of looks more enjoyable. Look at all these games that are coming out of 2011. I mean, wow. So, I'll continue on to that year as well with my Let's Plays and whatever shall come. So, I'll see you next time.